Mary Elena, why don't you go first and just, you mentioned that you were a Navy veteran. Tell us about that.
Absolutely. So I joined the Navy at 17, straight out of high school. 10 days after high school graduation, I was in Navy boot camp. And the reason I joined is because of how I was raised. I was the youngest of 4 kids. We were raised by a single mom. We spent time in the foster care system. My dad passed away when I was 5 years old, but he was a horrible, abusive person to my mother for a good majority of my childhood. And after he passed, we relied on Medicaid, free school lunches, because she had to take care of 4 children on her own. And I graduated in Charlotte, North Carolina. Throughout high school, I had 2 jobs simultaneously. Joined the Navy like most people who do because they're looking for stability, advancement, to better their lives. And they are believing in that's the option. And it absolutely was for me. I joined as a nuclear mechanic, worked my way up to be a nuclear reactor plant supervisor, served for 8.5 years, spent time on the USS Nimitz, to include the longest ship deployment since the Cold War, which was 341 days. And then New York City and Long Island as a nuclear field liaison for the entire nuclear program out there, and medically retired in December of 2024 after 8.5 years.
That is pretty impressive, Mark. You were a lowly airman. What do you think about that?
I feel like I need to I should have stood at attention that whole time. She was.
Yeah, you should have stood at attention. Is right. Mary Elaine, thank you for the background. It's a tremendous resume. For a short period of time, that's a tremendous accomplishment. I'm sure your mom is incredibly proud of you. Give me something cool and unusual you wouldn't, that a regular schmo like me wouldn't know about a nuclear reactor supervisor.
They're way younger than you think. At 18, I was picked up as an instructor training 27, 30-year-olds with master's degree in upstate New York. The people who are operating warships and operating the reactor plants on them are much, much younger than you think. 18, 22. And it's a whole team of just young 20-year-olds.
Should we be scared shitless of that fact, or no?
No, they're on top of it. They're doing good things out there.
Good. And you are on the Nimitz, which is a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, right?
Yes, oldest in the fleet. Oldest operational nuclear aircraft carrier in the fleet. Some nuclear or some history buff's going to be like, well, actually, the Constitution.
The finger wave.
Got it. And how was your hearing after being on an aircraft carrier for 341 days?
What'd you say?
Yeah, I have a different excuse for not hearing anything. That's awesome. And give us just a little bit more color, around that. I know you mentioned that you've been married for 6 years. Gave us your naval background, which is tremendous. Tell us something about what motivates you. Why would you be a great candidate in District 7 in Florida?
Most blunt answer I could possibly give is because these aren't abstract issues. I'm not renting a $20,000 penthouse in DC. The working class struggle has been my struggle since I was a child. The same things that ruled my childhood, my adolescence, and the time I spent in the Navy are the same problems every single person in Central Florida in the 7th District is facing on the day-to-day. These aren't talking points. I didn't come from prestigious heritage. These were the exact same struggles I lived. And so it's a personal fight. It's not a fight to be a representative and earn a seat. It's a fight to make a difference in all of our lives.